alive. I know I'm alive. They always tell me you are alive as opposed to deceased. Hang on 1 second here. I'll get you all plugged in. I'm gonna stick it in you. Did I actually just say that on live stream? Alright. Okay, so there I am, scary looking and all. But I'm clean, scary looking. Well, just finished fueling. I had lost my... I don't get real good cell service in Oklahoma. I'll try to see if I can't catch up to this RV. It just pulled out. Y'all need to see this dude, man. It was pretty cool looking. Anyway, as I was saying earlier before I lost my cellular signal, the way you used to get dispatched in trucking was they would take the load from the broker, get the rate confirmation all squared away and everything.
US 69 southbound, US 75 southbound,
and then
South Mississippi Avenue.
Sitting here all day. And then they would take just the information that you needed and give that to you, and that would keep you being productive. Now they want you continue to be productive, except they want you to do their job for them. The dispatchers want you to do their job for them.
US 69 southbound,
and you go deal with the broker so they don't have to.
South Mississippi Avenue.
It's a red light, people. No matter how big of a hurry you get, you're gonna have to stop. One of y'all could let me out, you know. Nope. I want to speed up even faster to get to that red light. I have that big truck in front of me. Anyhow, whatever. Well, I'm pointing way too high here. Hang on a second. There we go. That's the way it used to be, and then when you had to deal with anything, you called your dispatcher dealt with the broker. The broker never had the driver's phone number, ever. What I get now, quite frequently in fact, the people in my office where I work will give my number to the dispatcher, and I haven't even gone ahead and finished the load I'm on yet. And to the broker, rather.
US 75 southbound, South Mississippi
They'll give that
towards US 75
broker my phone number,
112 miles.
and I'm still on a different load. One time, the woman in my office, in the office where I work, the woman that of the three of them dispatchers, the one I can't stand the most, the one I like the least, whatever you're trying to say. Somehow, she actually had a good week planned for me, the whole week. She's letting me know this on Monday. In fact, she was letting me know this on the previous Friday. I've got your whole upcoming week planned for you. So I come in Monday, I pick the load up, get it delivered. Actually, I loaded it on Friday, delivered on Monday. Get another load. Now I'm driving all over God's creation, you know. And every load, usually, unless you get lucky enough to have a load of 800 or more miles, 1,000 miles, 500 miles, usually you'll deliver one load every day. So, I just realized there was something else I wanted inside the truck stop and I didn't get it. Oh well. You're welcome. The broker for the load I'm going to pick up the upcoming Friday on that one particular week is calling me on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And I keep seeing this number and I wouldn't answer it. Usually how that works is on the caller ID, it'll show the state and sometimes even the city and state where the call is originating from. And I'm like, well, I don't know anybody in that area. And not always, but most of the time, the broker is in the same state where the load I'm going to pick up on one given day is going to originate. Like I said, not all the time. Sometimes the broker will be in California and you're picking a load for them up in Chicago or someplace. Then you're not even going to go to California with it. You're going to go to Georgia, Alabama, wherever. So, the caller ID keeps showing. Now, I don't know why this guy on my left, he slows down, so I was going to change lanes and move around the guy in front of me. Now he's going to speed up just to hold me in here. So here's how I'll deal with that. Let him feel like he's Superman. And now he's back slowing down again. Unless he's empty, he's not going to out-accelerate me on this hill. That's for sure. Anyhow, I realized that this phone number that keeps showing up on my caller ID is the broker for one of these loads I'm going to be picking up during the week. In fact, Friday. I'm like, why is this dude calling me Monday? And then why is he calling me Tuesday? So finally on Wednesday, I got mad and I actually answered the phone. And I was like, hey dude, I said, I understand that you want, and what all they're going to ask me, this is what they're doing. So are you okay to pick up on time Friday? That's all they're going to ask me. And I'm like, man, I've got 4 loads on my plate between now and then. You know how many things can go wrong? Who knows what all is going to happen? Yada, yada, yada. And that's just, to me, is stupid to ask somebody, are you going to be on time to pick my load up Friday? I don't know. I plan on it. Is that a good answer for you? Because I'm not like the weatherman. I can't predict the future, so I really don't know for sure I'm going to be. I know that I plan on being, and that's the best I can do for you. So this dude here on my right, that's the same guy trying to hold me off on my left a minute ago. People just, I don't know. The way he jacked that thing up there, he's trying to get somewhere in a hurry. Anyhow, oh, he ain't got no Caterpillar engine. The guy, I finally convinced him, look man, I will call you Friday morning when I get rid of the load I'm currently, that I will be under at that time. And he's like, okay, that'll work. So that's the plan. So Thursday, I can't believe it, but yeah, he did not call me Thursday. I was really surprised about that. And all it wasn't even something critical. It was an army truck that they were moving from one post, one motor pool, to another. That's all it was. And I'm just like, you've got to be kidding me. Yeah, he don't have no real heavy load, but he wasn't working that hill just right, so I outpulled him on the hill. But he's either lightly loaded or he's just flat out empty. In either case, he'll outpull me now. But see, there's a cop over there on the left. Speed limit's 70. He's like a typical car driver. You're not even speeding, but you're gonna hit the brakes anyway because you see a cop. Ignorant. What they do now is they give your number to the broker, so the broker will keep calling you, bothering you, instead of bothering them. It's a bunch of crap if you ask me, but that's what they do. So what they'll do now, like this company, they'll send me a copy of the rate confirmation. I'll get over here now. This dude will start slowing down. He's someone who doesn't have a lot of experience driving, because experienced truckers use their cruise control and they actually pay attention to their speed. They don't worry about a cop even if they're speeding. If I'm speeding, I figure he's got me. So he's got me dead to rights. I got it coming. And I don't check up because I've had them not come out after me. So I'm like, okay, I appreciate that. I had one time in Knoxville, Tennessee. Let's just say that I was driving faster than the posted limit, and leave it at that. How much faster? I'm not gonna say. And he was a motorcycle cop. So he's got the radar gun, kind of like if you're trying to steady yourself over a barricade, he's got the radar gun steadied over the handlebars of his motorcycle. And he clocked me, and apparently, but there's like a delay before it locks in, and he pointed it to the ground. I watched him do this. He pointed it to the ground, and by pointing it to the ground, it somehow faults it out, it erases it, something. I don't know. So I appreciate that. I sure did. He was hiding behind a bridge abutment, and he'd have got every last person he wanted, but he was waiting for a car. He's one of those that understands that, hey, truckers work for a living. All they're doing is it's a thankless job. They're just trying to make a living for their family like everybody else. So he let me slide. I really appreciate that. But yeah, anyway, these brokers, that's what they'll do. They'll bother me. And so to this day, I don't answer the phone except for the one that I recognize the number that I'm, oh, that's that guy that called me yesterday for the load I'm on now. Then I'll answer it. Otherwise, no. My dispatcher asked me, I forget if it was yesterday or the day before. I think it was the day before. He said, that broker has been trying to get a hold of you. He said, you're not answering your phone. I said, nope, I'm not. I said, I don't concern myself with numbers that I don't recognize. And even if I've hauled for that broker before, it doesn't matter. If I'm not under his load right now, then I'm not going to be troubled by it. Well, I've got y'all set up there on the dashboard. I can see who's calling for a brief moment, and or if they send me a text message and I think it's important enough to pull over to read, I can see who's sending it. I'm like, nah. The only broker I'm concerned about is the load I'm on now. Dispatchers get paid a pretty nice income, trust me. When it comes time, like at the end of the year, the company I worked for, and I know this because one of them told me, that at the end of the year, he gets, in addition to his already lucrative pay, he gets a 5-digit bonus check for all the freight that he's put on these trucks through the year. For all the freight that he has carried on these trucks, more or less what he's saying. And he didn't put nothing on the trucks. He found the freight on a broker board, worked out a deal with the broker to how much that load will pay. And then the drivers did all the rest. He gets a 5-digit bonus check. You know what the drivers get? A Christmas turkey. One year we didn't get turkey, it was a ham. One of those honey glazed hams, whatever they are. All shrunk wrapped real nice and pretty. To give your dispatcher a 5-digit bonus check. Now, I'm not sure where y'all went to school, But where I went to school, the smallest 5-digit number there is 10,000. If you remove $1, it becomes a 4-digit number, 9,999. So I don't know how much his bonus check is, but it's a minimum of $10,000. And there's 2 dispatchers at that company. So I'm guessing it's probably right at 10,000 because that would be $20,000. Now there's not a lot of profit. By the time you pay for your fuel, tires, you'll go through a set of tires every year. You get drivers that take care of your equipment, you might make your steer tires last year and a half. Max. Hi Nona, are you back for more driving? Hi honey, the mama's back. Hi baby. Y'all drive this thing. I'm going to sit over there with Shelby in the passenger seat. Steer tires go just right around $500. There are some that are more expensive than that. Sometimes you can find some that are less expensive than that, but they're cheaper. They're not going to last as long. In the end, the money you save isn't worth it because you'll have to replace them sooner, even if they last for their full life expectancy. You'll end up having to replace them sooner, so therefore they didn't save you anything. The drive tires go between 400 and 450. Trailer tires between 350 and 400. So there's a lot of expense. You try to keep your cost of diesel around 40%. 35% is better. If you can say that at the end of the year, it only took 35% of the revenue the truck made to pay for the fuel all year long, you're doing something right. You're doing really, that or your math is wrong. That's kind of miraculous. %, is where you really want to try to not to let it get much above. I tend to run, different companies keep up with it different ways. I tend to run right around 42%. Just a little bit outside of the margin. But depending on how old the equipment is, how old the engine is, because the more worn the engine is, the less fuel mileage it gets. And you're able to spend, if you got old equipment, an old engine, worn out tires, whatever, your fuel consumption might be as much as 50%, especially depending on the driver's driving habits. So there is a lot of expense into operating one of these trucks. And if you're lucky, you might make somewhere between 4% and 10% profit, if you're lucky. So when you look at those numbers, you think, well, man, that ain't a whole lot. Why would anybody even bother? Well, you see, it comes down to the amount of the freight. You know, this load is paying $1,200 to go just under 500 miles. Right about 450. The load I had going to Kansas City paid $1,100 to go about the same distance. 430, 450 miles. Come on, people, I need that left lane. So, if you figure that daily, you'll spend maybe $300 a day in diesel, $1,200 a day on the loads that you're going to have, then your cost of diesel is only going to be 25 to 30%. Even if your driver is on commission, which I'm not, 25%, so you're just over the 50% mark for driver's pay and diesel instead of diesel only. So by the time you take out for tires, and I try to keep my air pressure checked on my tires and try to not, stay away from the curbs when I'm making turns or narrow lanes. I try to hug the left side of the lane so the tires aren't dragging the curb on the right. I try to take care of the tires, make them last long. So if you have less mechanical issues, then that's money saved also. And you figure out, let's just say $1,000 a day, that's 360. Well, you run right about 300 loads a year that way. So that's $300,000. 4% of $300,000 now, that I don't mind that. It's still not a big chunk of change. But if you can reduce your cost even further, that gets bigger. There is money to be made in trucking. You got really, part of it is all knowledge. The knowledge you obtain through the years working in the trucking industry. The other half is just sheer dumb luck. Not having too many problems, too many issues. Between the two, you can keep your costs down. You can get a little better than 10%. 10% of $300,000 is only $30,000. That's not a lot of money. So yeah, you really want to watch every penny. You really want to try to conserve on fuel. Try to make your tires last longer, and by letting them run cooler, by driving slower, by always checking your air pressures. But there's other things you can do also to help reduce your costs. But now imagine you're J.B. Hunt with over 3,000 trucks. Well, with just do the math, just 1,000 trucks, 3,000 times 1,000, what is that? 3 million? Or 30,000 rather? 30,000 by 1,000? Or would that just be 300,000? I don't know. I can't do the math without a calculator in my hand. The point is that's $30,000, and maybe some trucks are less profitable than others, but even if it drops it down to $28,000, the overall average of $28,000 per truck and 3,000 trucks, actually I think they're closer to 4,000 trucks. J.B. Hunt, Swift, and Schneider are the three biggest carriers in the country. Kellogg's farther down the list. I drove with Kellogg. They had right around, I think, 1,500 power units and about 2,500 trailers. So they're not as big, but they're still a big company. There is money to be made in trucking, but man, you really got to crunch the numbers to make it work. Years ago, I'd see these guys all around the Jackson, Tennessee all that area through there. There's a steel mill right there in Jackson, and then there's another one up in Blytheville, Arkansas. And if you live in that anywhere between the both, close to home. I'd see these guys all buying brand spanking new Peterbilt trucks. Kenworth's supposed to be top of the line, but the Peterbilt's what everybody seems to like more for the way the body's designed. Instead of the headlights in the hood, they're bolted alongside the hood above the fenders. And it's a good looking truck, it really is. But they get a brand spanking new Peterbilt truck. That's going to be right around $3,000, $3,200 a month truck payment. And a new Rettenauer trailer. Rettenauer trailer is all aluminum. The whole thing, everything. The only thing on it that's not aluminum is the rear axles and spring assemblies and the dollies that hold the thing up when you drop it. That's it. The entire trailer is aluminum frame, aluminum deck, aluminum rails, aluminum bumpers, everything. Well, and then the kingpin steel. Anyways, for a while there, you know, you see these guys at the steel mill where I was loading at there in Jackson. I'd see them all the time, and you know, of course, they just come with the truck wash. The truck's all nice and clean and shiny and pretty. And I'd see them, different people at truck stops on their time off. That's all they do on their time off. They're polishing on that truck, trying to keep it looking good because it's their pride and joy. You know how it is if you ever own a brand new car. While the car still looks new, you try to keep it looking new, but once it starts getting a few buggy dents and door dings and fender bender or whatever else, all of a sudden you don't work as hard keeping it looking new anymore. Paint starts getting faded, the dash starts cracking in the sun. But when it's new, so that's what they do. They sit there, spend their time off polishing. And then one day, I don't know, I bet you there was at least 5 of them at any given time. They're on that 100, I think it's like 112 miles from Dyersburg to Jackson, something like that, or from the bridge right there at the Mississippi River between Caruthersville and Dyersburg. From the bridge to Jackson, 112 miles. And at any given time during that little stretch of highway, there was anywhere from 3 to 5 brand spanking new trucks with a brand spanking new spread axle, flat deck, aluminum trailers behind them for sale. They didn't realize, but by the time you start adding the costs of operating the truck, the last thing you want is $4,000 a month equipment payment to go along with it. Buy the new trailer. I'm a firm believer in that. Buy a brand spanking new trailer, never been pulled by anybody. Go pick it up yourself directly from the factory. Like Johnny Cash says, it's cheaper that way. It really is, because there's no shipping. You go pick your own trailer up. I've done that for Kellogg. Keep shuttling up there, picking trailers up. They paid me to bobtail all the way up to, I can't think that city of Paragould. They bobtailed me from Little Rock all the way up to Paragould, Arkansas. Which usually you don't bobtail a driver very far at all. There's always some kind of a rental trailer. Somebody has a trailer somewhere. If you don't have one of your own trailers in the back of that truck, there's somebody has a trailer somewhere that needs to be pulled. About 9 times 10, no weight, it's empty. But they bobtailed me from Little Rock all the way to Paragould to go pick up a trailer at the utility manufacturing plant there and bring it back. You know, 53-foot van. Buy a brand new trailer, pick it up yourself, but buy a used truck. Go through it with a fine-tooth comb, make sure it's going to be dependable. Fix things that are known to break before they break. You know the alternator is going to go out sooner or later. Starter, water pump, fuel pump, accessory drive pump. Those are kinds of things that go on, not necessarily a regular basis, but those are things that it doesn't surprise you when they go. The oil pump, even though hard to get to. It's a lot less to do it in your own driveway or at the local shop that you pay to work on your truck on a regular basis. It's a lot less expensive to have it done there than it is to have it done on the side of the road somewhere where you've broken down. I do that with used cars. If I don't want to replace it, I'll at least carry a spare with me. Can't afford to do that right now, but years ago, that's what I always did. Brand new hoses, brand new fan belts, and a brand new alternator sitting in a milk crate in my trunk. With the tools to replace any of those with. No road service needed, no tow truck needed. All these trucks anymore, they got all of what we call chicken lights. They got all the big bright. Well, thanks for coming by again, Nona. Have a good day. We'll see you next time. These trucks nowadays, they have chicken lights. See them driving down the road, they look like they're lit up like a Christmas tree. All them yellow lights, all LED lights all over. Them lights ain't cheap. Just about a couple, pretty expensive. I'll bet you some of these trucks you see they're lit up front to back, all the way around, top and bottom. They probably got $1,000 or more in LED lights just on their truck and trailer. Like these kids, white, black, Hispanic, it doesn't matter. It's all the above. What they call wagon wheels. They put this big old, they jack the car up like it's a four-wheel drive. They put these big, enormous chrome rims on there. With itty-bitty little, skinny little rubber tires. Because they think it looks cool. But they don't realize that's not why they're doing it. Their subconscious doesn't let them know, of course. It's because they're screaming for attention. I myself, I don't like to see that because they're taking a otherwise perfectly good car and in my opinion making it an eyesore. I've seen people do that with classic cars too, and that's what really gets to me. Come on out there, man. But the thing of it is, as a tow truck driver, I love it when people do that. I got a call one night, four fellas decided to go partying. The one guy, he was driving a Toyota Camry. The Toyota Camry was the car to have. This was back in the late 90s. And I don't know what he was thinking. He got out to go to this club. Him and his friends gonna go dancing, probably flirt with the girls and who knows whatever else. And I guess he couldn't find a place to park close by the door at the club where he'd be able to keep an eye on his car. So he gets this idea. There's a small little, what we call a strip mall. There's about 4 or 5 stores in a long rectangular building. I'll park in the alley behind there. That way no one can see my car. And that way no one will steal my rims. Wrong. I get out there. The car is sitting on the ground on all fours with one wheel kind of up a little bit. Because when they got the last wheel off, they, I guess what they had been doing is when they take one wheel off, the other one, man, look at all these trucks up there waiting on that light up there. You'd still be able to kick the scissors jack out because the car is lifted up at another point. Well, once he got that last wheel off, the only thing holding the car up was now the scissors jack, so there's no way to get it out. So the guy just left it behind. Even with what he had for them rims, he didn't need that scissors jack. And they ain't but one way. I mean, there's no gentle way to load a car that's sitting on the ground with no wheels on it. So I told him, you know, of course, meanwhile, he done called some other friend of his to come pick him and his buddies up. They need to ride home, obviously. And I said, man, you want to go on down the road, you don't want to watch this. Oh, no, man, that's my car. As I understand, I said, now, what I'm going to do, I ain't going to tear it up none. But that don't matter. You ain't going to want to watch this. Well, he insisted. All right. Hook them chains up to them towing points on the front bumper and just start dragging. All you can do. Into Durant, Oklahoma, by the way. US 69 southbound. I don't think I'm maybe about 6 or 8 miles to the state line in Texas. Probably $1,000 or maybe more, maybe $2,000 for wheels and rubber, just to get people to look at me driving down the road in my car, so that they'll follow me around and wait for me to get out of it, so they can take my tires and wheels. And here's the kicker: there is a technology to help prevent them from being stolen. They make all kinds of different lock and lug nuts. But I guess after the guy spent all that money on tires and rims, he couldn't afford the lug nuts. Well, then what you do is you stack them tires and rims up in your garage or in your living room or wherever, so you can afford the lug nuts. Then go get them put on the car. Real smart, that's for sure. Now getting it off, it is a little simpler, I'll admit. It still involves some dragging and some shaking, but meanwhile you get some concrete blocks on your way home and I'll meet you there, that kind of a thing. And I can shake it and let the cable that I use to drag it up, let the cable catch it so it don't slide all the way off the deck until the rear axle is sticking off the deck far enough that I can tilt the deck to set the rear axle down on that box. And then put some slack in my cable, drive out from under the car, have someone watch for me so they can stop me at the right time, so that then the front axle or wheel hubs will be hanging off the deck, and then you put your concrete blocks there and I'll set it down the rest of the way. Yeah, putting it up on the trailer, on the wrecker, drag it, that's all you can do. There is no gentle process for loading a car that's sitting on its chassis. 11 miles to the Texas line. There's 2 weigh stations, one on each side. You never know about the one in Texas. The one in Oklahoma, a lot of times, will be open. But I'm not too worried about it. All my ducks are in a row. Oklahoma weigh station's just past that. Love's ahead of us. You don't go too far across the Texas line and the Texas weigh station. Texas kind of keeps you guessing. They move around. They got all these weigh stations literally all over the state. But they don't have enough DOT to fill all the weigh stations. And they want it that way, I guess, so that you'll get complacent in the fact, oh man, that scale house ain't never open when I come through. And then one day, surprise. Deliver at 11 a.m. They want the customer. I can deliver anytime I want during the day. It's a first come, first served load. That means anytime throughout the day. I think they receive till 4 o'clock. But the dispatch want, of course, they always want it delivered at 8 a.m. Every single morning. They want your load delivered. That marble and granite that I brought out of New Orleans, it said right on the rate confirmation, which they get the rate confirmation before I do. Are we closed today? Let's see. Anyway, it said right on the rate confirmation, receive only from 10 till 3. Because from 8 till 10, they're busy getting their own trucks loaded and unloaded, shipped and received, and the stuff that they deliver and pick up on their own. And my people still want me to have that load at their 8 o'clock. Yeah, but the customer don't want it till 10. So in the end, I do what the customer wants. The customer's not the one that pays me. I do what the customer wants. Open. I didn't see lights flat open both directions. Kind of. I didn't see the lights flashing. I thought the lights would have been on that first sign. I burped. Pardon me. Really need to fix this driveway. It is rough. Open more window in case he wants to talk to me. They don't talk to you until you pull around. Usually they'll just flash they give you a red light, tell you to stop. Green light means go. If they flash the red light, that means pull around back and bring in all your paperwork and everything. But sometimes they'll talk to you, say, hey driver, back up a couple inches, will you please? That kind of thing. Well, just loud enough I can probably hear them with the window closed. But I always figure I'll open it. It gives them a little bit of a better view coming in. They can see what's going on in here. Green light it is. I like it when the only thing they're doing is checking for weight. It's them days when they want to start doing inspections, you gotta start sweating it out. You can go in there, and even the DOT will tell you this, you can go in there in a brand spanking new truck right off the factory line, inspected by the dealership before being sold, take it straight down the road to a decal shop, get all your lettering done, all your permits and everything on board, logbook, the whole 9 yards. Put it in service, grab your first load, get stopped at a weigh station, be brought around back to do an inspection, and they'll still find something wrong with it. A brand spanking new truck probably don't have 20, 30 miles on it. Basically, I guess the mentality is they gotta write you up for something. I got passenger endorsement on my Arkansas driver's license. And when I went to take my road test to get that passenger endorsement, of course I had to be in a bus of some sort. I was in a school bus. And I hadn't driven a truck in a while, much less a bus. I was a little, I mean, hardly at all, a little off center in my lane. I never crossed the yellow line. I never so much as touched the yellow line. But obviously if I'm slightly off center, that means I'm closer to the yellow than I am the white. And the guy told me, he said, man, you're an excellent driver. I don't get to come across people like you every day out here. He said, but you understand, I can't just turn in that you did nothing wrong. But they actually have to find something to fail you on to make it look like they're doing their job. The thought that nobody ever comes through there and gets a perfect score on their skills test, really, I don't believe it. But that's exactly what the man said. I gotta fail you on something. So I'm going to go ahead and write up that you got too close to the yellow line a couple times. I'm like, oh, whatever. I know what my capabilities are. I don't care. I got the license. Whatever. Amber alert. Maroon Volvo S60. Connecticut license plate. No kidding. Wow. Down here. Funny how I could not fuel till 10 a.m. this morning. Alright, Texas is closed. I could not fuel till 10 o'clock this morning. If I fueled any earlier, I would not be able to take my 10-hour break. So, and we all know I take my 10-hour break. So 1 o'clock is what the GPS is saying I'll get to my destination. That's the soonest I can legally deliver. They want it there, my people want it there at 8 o'clock. I planned on getting in there around 11. But that ain't gonna happen because of the logbook rules. job easier. They don't care whether or not it makes your job easier at all, but it makes their job easier because now there's that much more freight to choose from. Now, like today, I'm going to arrive. They don't have a load for me yet. I'm going to arrive at 1 o'clock. Chances are I won't be ready to leave until at the earliest 2 o'clock. Which means whatever they find has to be open. It either has to be close enough I can get there within 3 hours or less, or I'd have to find a load that loads all night, or at least, you know, stays open until 6, 8, 10 o'clock, midnight. A lot of your steel mills, though, they're open all night. But see, now they can't just jump on the load board, take the first load that jumps out at them that's paying enough. Now they're actually going to have to work for their money. Don't it suck to be them? It's something I do every day, work for my money. Hello, it's Michael.
Michael, how many straps do you have?
I'm driving. I can barely hear you.
Huh?
I'm driving. I can barely hear you.
Okay, do you have 14 straps?
Hello. If you can hear me, I will be at my destination at 1 o'clock. I'm just having crossed the Texas-Oklahoma line. She hung up. They got GPS that lets them keep track of these trucks, which means they know where I'm at. They know what speed I'm driving. They know which direction I'm headed. Yet they still want to try to carry the conversation with me. Hang on a second here. I'm going to have to pull over to respond. And they want you to get stuff done, but they won't quit bothering you to let you do what you got to
After
do.
1/4 mile, keep left. Then, keep left.
Book the load. And of course, there's nowhere to park on these ramps because they're always so narrow. There's no shoulder. Put in the Walmart, I reckon. They don't want trucks in here, but there's already a couple others, and I ain't gonna be here long. The trick isn't getting in, the trick is getting out. Alright. deal with this. Be right back. Alright, I'm back. Right about the time I get back going down the road, put it in the wind. Then question number 2 will come. Well, they usually do. Oh, another thing about USA Truck I didn't like. The Qualcomm would go off with the most annoying beep. So you got to pull over. You can't read it while you're driving. Not that it's not because it's illegal, but you just mechanically could not. It was made to not function while the vehicle was in motion.
US Highway 75. Then keep left.
Cut off that Domino's guy. I want that pizza. Well, I still got leftover pizza behind me. Oh boy. Anyhow. So you pull over, read what it says. The message on the Qualcomm would say, "Are you okay to deliver on time?" Simple question, simple answer. Yes. Okay, sit there and wait for a minute because by now you've learned that there's always going to be a second question.
After 1/4 mile, keep
Shut up, Lola.
left.
Oh, well, that's not going to work.
Follow US 75 southbound toward US 75 southbound.
Anyway.
60 miles.
You sit there and you'd wait 2 or 3 minutes. Now, mind you, you're sitting on the shoulder because if you didn't pull off on the shoulder right down there, they just keep on messaging you till you answer. No other message. All right, take off driving. You don't even get back up in the 10th gear, and all of a sudden it goes off beeping again. Pulled over, answer that. place I dearly love to be. Although I don't know why these roads are so rough. All my exes live in Texas. Therefore I reside in Tennessee. The roughest roads that I've ever driven are the roads of Texas. Shelby, she's being bounced around all over the place. Looked on the map earlier. It looks like it's right in the heart of downtown Dallas, which makes sense. These beams are part of the skeleton of the structure that'll become this building for Amazon. I'm not sure if it's going to be a corporate office, a warehouse, a combination of the two. I don't know. But it's some kind of a Amazon headquarters plus, I reckon. The cheapest property you'll ever find in any big city. You know, they say everything's bigger in Texas. That includes the cost of living, property taxes, just the cost to buy land in general. All the more so when you're in your bigger metropolitan areas. Dallas, Houston, San Antonio, Fort Worth. So if you're going to build something, then you need land to build it on. Two places you'll find the cheapest land is in the desert, assuming that it's not oil field property. If it's in the desert in Texas with oil under it, you're still going to pay out the wazoo. Place is in the inner city in any of your metropolitan area. lot of the big cities where industrial parks are the thing now, all along the outer perimeter of the city. It's because of the crime that comes along with being in the inner city. If your facility is not open 24/7, then that means at night it's there waiting to be molested by anybody who might want to try to break in. Who knows what they'll steal of value. And if you're only running one shift, they got all night to do it. It's hard to find good employees that are willing to come into the inner city and risk being held up or purse snatched or whatever else at a red light. That's a big thing. People to this day, they still do that. They've been doing that for years. Bust out your window, grab your purse off the seat. So they started forming industrial parks. And all the businesses, a lot of these major cities moved from the inner city out to those industrial parks along the outer edges of the city or even in the suburbs. Then all you gotta have is the city government, municipal government to say, hey, if you'll bring your business into the city, we'll let you be tax deferred on property taxes for however many years. And let's face it, that gets to be a big. And in the end, money saved becomes more important than employee safety. Sad, but that's just the way it is. We're in Sherman, Texas. Southbound on US 75. Right there in the same area where this one delivers at. Downtown, inner city, whatever. I'm going to take a nap while rush hour traffic does its thing. Not always, but usually when I haul pallets, they come back to Memphis. Knob, but I live closer to Bald Knob than I do Memphis, Tennessee. I'd take the truck all the way home, but they'd probably have a cow. Me burning up all their diesel. No real easy way to get to the town that I live in from any interstate in this country, so I have to kind of go meandering around up and over mountains and hills, and that burns up extra fuel. There ain't no straight line. Ooh, that's a good place for cops to sit right there. There ain't no straight line either. It's all kind of squirrely, wiggly, curvy. That adds up to extra miles. Excuse me. That adds up to extra miles plus extra miles because you gotta come out of the way some. On those roads, sometimes you gotta go north to go west, come back south, that kind of thing. Office asked me if I have 14 straps. Nope. I got 10 4-inch and I've got 3 2-inch. Okay, I'm gonna take this load. Make one strap work over 2 stacks of pallets, which technically you already have one strap going up and over 2 because they're back to back, so technically it'd be 4 stacks of pallets. 2 stacks back to back and 2 more stacks back to back, and both of them side by side. That requires 2 straps. Look at this van right here I'm coming up on, get right past. Regular home air conditioner sticking out the rear window. And then all kinds of, it just looks like junk the way you try to cover up the rest of the window. Too hillbilly looking for me. Every now and then my GPS will just turn itself on and say, I'm listening, go ahead, speak whatever you're trying to say. I didn't tell it nothing. I don't do voice commands with my electronic equipment, whatever you want to call it. are seeing is going to start getting blurry. What do you say there, Mike? How's it going, man? I'm making you yawn. Sorry, man. I didn't realize someone was still here. I was just talking for the sake of talking. Picture's gonna start getting kind of fuzzy for a minute because it's starting to rain. But right now it's just a real faint drizzle. I turned the wipers on so it's gonna smear any dirt there on all of the glass. So I gotta wait till it gets a little wetter. How's your day been, brother? Is your lunch break? I'd figure it's almost 1 o'clock your time. I'd figure lunch is about over, isn't it? Driven a truck. Once upon a time I was a working man too, so. We're just about to Dallas. It's saying I've got 1 hour, 3 minutes drive time left. I'll be at my destination. I'm not sure how it's gonna go with them getting me unloaded. They loaded me up. They picked up all these beams in one lift. If they take them off in one lift, that'd go real good. It'll take me longer to put my straps and chains away than it will to get unloaded. Pardon the squealing, I got no choice. So do you bring your lunch with you or do you go out to lunch? Fast food junkie. I go out. If I'm working a time clock job, I go out to eat. Well, if I don't make it home, which I probably won't tonight, I don't know. We'll see. It's from Dallas to the state line, Arkansas state line. If the next load's going back that way, I'm not sure where the next load is going yet. But if the next load is going back that way, it's not including rush hour traffic. It's about 3 hours to the Texas-Arkansas line, Texarkana, and then another 2.5 hours from there to Little Rock, and then maybe another hour and a half to Bald Knob. So at some point in time, I reckon there's going to be the singing of the Mama's Favoriteest song on here. If I can get home this weekend, though, we're sure going to celebrate tomorrow. Yeah, I had a pizza for supper last night. I've got some left over. That'll be my lunch today. I'll eat while I'm getting unloaded. I'm not sure what the mama's going to have, but if I can get home this weekend, I'm having me some steak and shrimp. I love them both as a combination together. There's no wrong way to eat shrimp, but I love it with steak. If they have it, I might have lobster. I'm not sure. I love lobster too. Love me some buttered lobster. Yum, 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 yum. I think the mama's done bought me a new suit jacket. I think I'm going to try that out tomorrow. Got a western cut to it with a kind of western embroidery at the chest. Make me look pretty. You're gonna look so pretty. I'm usually kind of rough and gruff looking, but I actually clean up pretty good. Left side of the road, there's Love's. Right side of the road, there's the Flying J. Nothing like having your combination built right across the highway from you. Competition. In Matthews, Missouri, all at the same exit, there's a Love's, Flying J, and a TA truck stop. Travel Centers of America. All they need is a Pilot and a Petro, and they've got all the big five right there at one exit. I've seen some places, like they're even in Memphis, not far from where the office is I work out of, there's two Pilot truck stops right across the street from each other. One way or the other, we're going to get you. That kind of thing. North, south, east, west. We got you covered. Minivan I just passed, a little cargo van. That was a Ford Transit, but not the full-size Ford Transit, obviously. The small one is called Ford Transit with another word behind it. I forget what it's called, but I seen a guy one day in one of these van life channels turn one of those into a camper van. There's just barely enough room to stretch out behind the driver's seat. Can't stretch out crossways, which I can't even stretch out crossways in a full-size van. But some people can, but you can't stretch out crossways in that thing there, which means the majority of the back of that little van is bed. Not much room for nothing else. Of course, more and more folks are subscribing to the, yeah, I hear you, short people got, no, I won't sing that song. That's, nowadays, that would be so politically incorrect, but years ago it was pretty funny. But don't want no short people. I forget if the guy sang that song. One of those one-hit wonders. I've got some knee issues. Both my knees, on the back side, all the ligaments and all that is there, that gets aching real bad a lot of times. I need to be able to stretch my legs out. which isn't a real big bed at all, but that's what's in here. That's what's in about every big. Some big trucks have what, 3/4. It's not quite full. 3/4. It's bigger than a twin, but smaller than full size. But most trucks have just a twin, and some have one even smaller than that. Yeah, that thing ain't real big. I just can't imagine that as a camper van. I mean, that one's not. That's a commercial, but you know, someone would buy one like that as a shell and convert it into a camper van. I just can't picture it. Not very roomy inside. If I was going to convert a minivan, it'd be a Chrysler Town and Country. Chrysler Town and Country is just a little bit longer than even the Dodge Caravan, and it has a flat floor in it. Take the seats out and the floor is flat. The seats are made to actually fold down into the floor, and then the back of the seat is what makes for the floor to be flat. But you can actually take that panel off the seats and use it as the floor cover, and then use that pocket in the floor that was meant for the seat to fold into, use that for storage. The nice thing about a minivan like the Dodge Caravan or the Chrysler Town and Country, or you got your Chevy, your Pontiac, and all them others. Chevy Venture, I think it's called. There's nothing about it, as long as you don't have anything sticking out of the exterior, there's nothing about it that makes it look like a camper van or even a conversion van, which means you can go anywhere in it and no one will think twice about it. They'll just think it's a minivan parked wherever. It never look out of place no matter where you put it. Even my cargo van, what they call stealth camper van, even it'll look out of place someplace. I learned you don't want to park in a gas station that's closed down for the night. The cop was real nice though. He just looked, man, I'm just trying to do my job. I don't think you're here trying to steal nothing. But if you don't mind, I'd really like to look in your van so I can verify that. I said, sure, come on. Wasn't much of nothing in there. Over here, teach her how to hold the wheel long enough for me to run back there and grab that pizza. I'm hungry. Hungry. Usually all your, what they might call an adult novelty store. A lot of times they will call them just adult bookstores. I saw a billboard just back there for one. It said it was a romance boutique. Is that what they call it now? That's like having a pre-owned car instead of a used car. It's the same thing. A romance boutique. All right. Mike. Well, you have a good day, man. And we'll see you when we see you. I should be driving in the, well, you don't do 605 on the weekend, so we'll see what happens Monday. Have a good weekend, brother. Who's still here? I'm guessing it's the mama. Like an interstate, feels like an interstate, drives like an interstate, but it's still just U.S. highway. Left lane, next 18 miles. Okay. Missy Miss. Miss. Pretty girl. Are you still on here, honey, or is that somebody else? Every now and then I'll get somebody on here, but they don't say anything. They just take in the view, I guess, which is fine. That's all cool with me. Did anything come from Amazon? Remember we ordered that heater, and I think it was a small light, if I remember correctly. 2 items being shipped separately. But I got to look this morning to see what kind of progress that order was making, and there's no record of it. Like not just wait a cotton pick a minute here. Yeah, I get some free time this evening. I'll have to have me a look see, investigate that a little more closer. Missy Miss, I know you're still there. I see you. No, I don't. Miss, pretty girl. Her love her daddy. Chill the quit. Oh, okay. Energy drink of some sort, I guess. Performance drinks for warriors. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow, Mr. Rogers. Meow, meow. Missy Miss. I'm assuming when you type little cat face, that's because Missy's talking. Man, look at all that traffic. A whole lot of people going to the same place at the same time. Of course, today's Friday. There's always the folks that work half a day and go home early. I guess this is just a prelude to rush hour, which promptly starts at 2:30. Ooh, scary. I was in the dark for a second. I'm not scared. About a mile ahead, everybody's brake checking. Little known fact, there's a song by Alan Jackson called Dallas. It starts off, Dallas packed her suitcase and drove off in the brand new car I bought her. She made leaving me look easy. Wish she'd made it look a little harder. Anyway, he wrote that song one night on his bus after a concert here in Dallas. He really enjoyed his time here and he hated to go, that kind of thing. That was the inspiration behind the song. Like if it was about two young lovers. But that's all it was. Now you know. You never know what kind of useless trivia is going to find its way out of my head. left songs on, but that whole album was good, really good listen. Shelby. Tired of getting bounced around yet? More miles, baby. We're almost there. 30 minutes. Brake check. Red lights. Oh, Christmassy. That blue container must be empty because, man, he's right on the butt of that van.
After 1/2 mile, keep left.
Gotta keep plenty of space between you and what's in front of you. When you wish upon a star, dreams will take you very far. When you wish upon a dream, life ain't what it seems on you. I forget how the rest of that song goes. That song stuck in my head suddenly.
75 southbound towards Waco for 9 miles.
Earth, Wind and Fire, Shining Star. Got a little funky bass going on in there. Love that song. You're a shining star, no matter who you are, shining bright to see. What you can truly be, what you can truly be. There's music in my head. I've got to let it out. But God knows if I turn the radio on, Google will be like, oh, copyright violation, copyright violation. Usually this moves pretty good, but there might be construction up ahead, or like I said, everybody getting off, not maybe everybody, but a lot of people getting off work early because it's Friday, work half a day, and suddenly going home sick, or car breaks down supposedly while they're out for lunch, that kind of thing. Whatever the reason, there's more traffic than usual. This is usually moving pretty good. I like that Tahoe, black on black. Good look for it. Oh, great. So I got this slowpoke now in front of me. That's a Grand Cherokee. Ugh. Red one. I haven't been looking to see if you're reading any comments, because I'm kind of paying attention to what's going on out here in front of me. If I'm not answering you, it's not that I'm being rude. Oh, damn. Huh? What the heck? Rain selector getting noisy. Shelby don't care for loud noises. She sure don't care for Daddy singing with a guitar. there are times in bigger cities you need to be aggressive. No one will let you over, that kind of thing. But traffic like this, the best thing to do is keep back. That way, if everybody has to stop sudden, you're not going to rear end anybody. But unfortunately, in doing so, other people will just keep jumping up in that hole, and before long, you find yourself getting further and further back from who you was following. It is what it is. Oh well. Like rush hour traffic here, and it's not even rush hour yet. Yeah, I don't care what kind of neighborhood that next load is. I get loaded, I'm gonna find a place to park, and I ain't going nowhere until after rush hour is over. Wakey. Back up Shelby, it's just a little too cool out there for that. That's the day I knew you were my pet. I want to tell you how much I love you. Come with me, my love, to the sea of love. I will tell you bow, bow, bow. Bow, 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 bow. Come with me to the sea of love. Come with me, my love, to the sea of love. I will tell you just how much I love you. I will tell you, oh, how much I love you. Bum, 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 bum. I'll whip out my guitar and play that for you later. I love you, baby. I need to find me a hole. I got 2.5 miles to get over to that right lane. What you think, Shelby? Shelby? Want the window down again. You're gonna have to wait on that window, honey.
After 2 miles, take the exit right, Highway 366 southbound, towards Waco.
Ease on over here real nice and gentle like. There was just barely enough room to squeeze out that truck pulling that trailer. But he held back from me. Sometimes people actually remember what the motto, the state motto of Texas is. You know, of course they have more than one. Not the don't mess with Texas motto, the drive friendly motto. Hi, boogers. Get them out of your eyes. Ease on back there. Oh. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. Lord, I hope it ain't no train. nice, dude. Come on. See, when people do that, you weren't expecting it. Then you don't know which gear is the one you want to go grab next. After 1 mile, keep left. How far left are we talking here, Lola?
After 1/2 mile, keep left. Then, take the exit right.
Oh, come on, you gotta be kidding me. Every time. Keep left, exit right.
Keep left. Then, take the exit right.
As much good as the GPS has brought to transportation, whether it be trucking or tow truck driving, police cars, whatever, there's days that can be a real pain in the backside. We've gotten to where we trust it too much. We drive blind, no clue where we're going. Just like chess, it should be telling you what to expect. Okay, when you make this move here, the next move will
After
be this.
700 feet, take the exit right. Interstate 35E southbound. US take the exit right. Then, keep left.
See these
After
idiots on the
700
left? This is
feet,
why there's
keep
traffic
left.
jams. These people won't wait their turn. They won't just
Keep
get in
left.
line and
Then,
wait their turn.
take the freeway. After 1/2 mile, take the exit right. 428E, Interstate 30 westbound, towards Fort Worth. Then, take the
428,
freeway.
which 428B. West, 428D. According to this, 30 West is 428B. concrete here. Tom Landry Freeway, 1 mile.
After 1/2 mile, keep right. Keep right.
What you think, Shelby? You wanna say anything to Missy Miss?
Follow Interstate 30 westbound towards Cotterill Hill Road for 3 miles.
These lanes are considerably narrower than usual.
After 2 miles, keep left.
I don't know if y'all can see that or not, but that van's driving straight, but his left tire is steering to the left. Where he's been into a wreck, apparently it's gotten tore up. I'm having a lot of fun driving that right now. He's not local either, that's a New Mexico license plate.
After 1/2 mile, keep left. Then, take the exit right. 39. Keep left. Then, take the exit right. 39.
Cockrell Hill Road.
After 1/4 mile, take the exit right. Take the exit right. 39. Then, go straight ahead.
Rumble, 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 rumble.
After 1/4 mile, go straight ahead. straight ahead, Dallas-Fort Worth Turnpike. At the end of the road, turn left, Chalk Hill Road. Turn left.
Oh, what a day, Shelby. What a day. Half mile, 1.5 minutes away. Set out at right 1 o'clock. By the time I actually get up in there and check in, it'll be 1:05.
After 700 feet, you have reached your destination. It is on your right.
Now I know why he turned in there. I'm gonna have to back in first to get the ramp back up, do like the rock buckets do and the asphalt buckets do when they're on the
You have
interstate.
reached your destination 1301 Chalk Hill Road. It is on your right.
Actually, I could have turned behind the sign maybe, but I may have curbed the tire. I'm gonna do that. I'm so smart. Well, I is here. So wasn't that pretty hectic coming through town? I love my job. Hi, Missy Miss. I know you're still there. Hi. Hi, baby. Happy anniversary. I love you. I'm going to log off here and go check in with the good people in Memphis, and then go check in with these folks here, figure out where I need to go to get unloaded, and I will check in with you later. Bye. Those of you who watch this after the fact, y'all take care and be good to each other. I don't have to tell the mama that. She's just mean to me all the time, so I've gotten used to it. I love you too, honey. Alright. I'll say bye to you now. I'll say bye to everybody else that watches this another day. To everybody who might be watching this whenever. Bye-bye. Bye, Missy Miss. Gotta say goodbye to the cat, y'all.